Okay, pivot sort refactor. It's a very quick little exercise where we use the ternary operator and the spread operator to clean up the code a little bit. Let's get set up. I'm going to share this setup between all of my exercises to make it a little bit easier. So let's get going. So I'm going to create a directory to work in, app. And you see our Explorer here is keeping up with us. This is VS Code. I'm going to go into that directory, and I'm going to use Node. So I'm going to create my package.json file. There it is. It's a simple template. And let's start installing the tools I'm going to use. And they're going to be dev tools. So first of all, for testing, Mocha and Chai for expectations. And then ESLint and ESLint plugin Mocha, because I'm using Mocha. Alright, and then one final thing while I'm at it, I might as well install NYC for code coverage while I'm here. It's a successor to Istanbul. Okay, good, so that's the three of those. You can see our package.json file. It's got our dependencies. It doesn't do anything with our test command yet, so I need to fix that. But first of all, let's copy in this ESLint RC YAML file that I've got. And you can see here, there's a ton of rules. I love having loads of rules to guide me, in errors and warnings. So it's very, very handy. I love that. All right, that's the ESLint YAML file. And here's our scripts where we want to actually put in running tests. So let's put in the actual command we're going to use, which is going to be Mocha. We'll just use the top level, anything that's called star.test.js. Okay, so we should actually be pretty close to be able to run tests. Let's try to do it with npm test. And no files found, but no actual error. So let's go ahead. We'll use index because that's what the auto generation of the package.json used. And we'll put in our index.test.js, which is actually the file it'll recognize. Alright, so it's green. No test, but the framework's there. Alright, so let's put in the other pieces now. Let's put in the linting, which is going to be our pre-test, so it's going to run before the tests can even run, and that's going to be ESLint everything. And while we're here, let's put in our code coverage, and that's going to be the NYC npm run test. So that's close to all of the pieces we need. We can run our tests again to make sure that they work, and we can run code coverage to make sure that that works. And you can see that we didn't have any files again, but this is the expected output that we've got. So we've got our linting, our testing, our code coverage, our basic files set up here, NYC output for code coverage output. So we're pretty much ready to go. So now we can go ahead and create the actual app. Okay, so here's our existing pivot sort. And you can see here's the code here, pivot sort, and goes through all the elements, pivoting on each one, builds up a new left, or a new right, and then passes that back. And here we see all the tests are running. So, and the linting's good, so that's good, but I think it's going to be improved, or at least made a little easier to read, perhaps. If we do this, because this is calling out to me for a ternary operator. Condition this, otherwise that. So true this, false that. So I think we can tighten it up, to use that expression, by just putting all of that onto one line with the colon separating them out. We can get rid of the parens. And let's leave these brackets here. And let's put the question mark there for the ternary operator. And we'll need to get rid of this close there. Okay, I think that's good. It's that whole block there. We do this. Let's try running it. Okay, that's good. Alright, so I think we could get these three lines probably down to one fairly easily, so let's try doing that. So, whoops. That's going to fail. Okay, let's bring that back. Okay, so let's put that on one line. Let's pull that second line in. So continue. Get rid of the. Actually, let's get that back in here. Put that. Get rid of the paren there. Get rid of the paren at the end. Save that. And run. Oh, wait a minute. We're going to need to get rid of those parens. And hold on a sec. Let's put the we need an if statement around it, so we actually will need the parens. Okay. Let's do that. Alright. Let's try that. Excellent, they're passing. Alright, what else can we do here? This line's looking pretty compact and readable, I think. We are getting a linting warning about parens, so we can take those out. Okay. And let's run that. And that lints. Excellent. So the final piece here is this line. Let's copy it. I think we can, depending on your opinion, improve it a little bit. Because of the left concat, pivot right, so it's a little bit clunky with the concat. And there's a way we can do that now in JavaScript with the spread operator. So basically we want to just be able to say left pivot right. That'd be a little bit easier to read. But we can't, so let's try that. So let's run that. It fails because we can't quite do it like that. And look, whoa, we got a weird result. So what we have to do is actually put in the 3 dots spread like that on the left, and then we do the same with the right. Those 3 there, and that's good. So left pivot right. Let's run that. Excellent. So that's passing. So we can get rid of that there. And let's see. So I've got a whole bunch of tests. We refactored our code. Everything's running. So let's just check coverage really quickly. And that shows us that our coverage is 100%. So I think we're good to go. Alright.